YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is BrEaKoUt Customs. Today we're going to be breaking out with the new product that we just recently received from Custom Dynamics, and that's going to be the LED panel lights for a 2021 Street Glide. They have multiple applications on this for depending on what model and year you have as far as your touring bikes. They're available in the black or the chrome. The item that we received is going to be the black covers with the smoke lenses. And once again, these are from Custom Dynamics, and they are the dual color, which basically means that as you signal to the left or to the right, it's going to go from red to orange or amber. And I'll leave a link in the description for information on these lights. But what we're going to be doing today is not only we're going to be unboxing the item, we're also going to be installing them on our 2021 Street Glide special. So give us a few seconds while we get prepped so we can get these installed on the bike. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove our seat. And then we're going to remove our bags. I don't mind all the junk that I got inside my bags. Oh, this bag is actually locked, so let me just unlock this one. All right, so now that we've got those installed, we're going to go ahead and open our lights up here. Basically, these are what we've got in there. We have the two lights. You're going to have the right as well as the left. You've got your Custom Dynamics provided harness, as well as instructions manual, and then some alcohol pads so when we clean the back of the bike before we mount the lights, because they are attached with 3M tape. And then you also get a little bag with all your zip ties and your little clips so that you can route your wires from the lights to the battery, or not necessarily to the battery, but to the stock harness for the rear lights. All right, so we're going to set that aside. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove this plastic clear coating. And that's basically what your light looks like. It's pretty nice. As you can tell, it's got the indents on the back lens cover, and they are of a smoke color. Let's go ahead and remove the plastic covering on this one somehow, some way. The struggle is real. Alright, so we got our trash sitting over here on the side, and we've got everything basically set and ready to rock and roll. So first I'm going to do is I'm going to plug these in and test to make sure that the lights are actually functioning. Alright, so first we're going to take our alcohol pads that were supplied, and we're going to make sure that we get as much of the grease and dirt and oil off of where we're going to be mounting this. because we want to make sure that that 3M tape will actually stick. We got that, and what we'll do is we'll do the other side as well. Then we want to take our light and we want to kind of test fit it first. They're designed to make sure that they actually do fit correctly, but sometimes you got to make sure that they do. Excellent. So it looks like it'll fit right about there. All right, so now we're going to put the other side on. Alright, so now they're both mounted. Alright, so first what we got to do now is remove the corner panel, which you basically just pull out. We're going to start routing our wires. Basically what we did is we ran the wires. I just went ahead and installed them in these little clips that are already on the bike from the other headlight or the tail lights that run from the back of the bike with the wiring, instead of using those. And then I just secured them along the line with the zip ties that they supply. So we're going to go ahead and stop the video for the moment, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing to the other side, and then we're going to get it all connected into the wiring harness. Alright guys, so now that we've got both sides with the wires fed, now we're going to go and start to connect this with the provided harness that Custom Dynamics has given us. So basically what we're going to do is you're going to find the connector that runs to the rear brake lights, which on the 2021 it's basically located right here. We're going to go ahead and unplug that, and you have a male and female connection. Then you're going to take your harness that was provided by Custom Dynamics, and you're going to plug the male into the female until you hear a click. Then you're going to plug, let's try to keep these, the female into the male, which is on your bike. Then you will find that it has two other connectors that will connect into the new turn signal lights that we just put on. So you just basically have to match up the wiring of what it is. So as you look at both of these connectors, they have the purple, black, blue, yellow, and red. Pretty much that is what you match up to know that that is which signal light that is. And then the other one, you basically just connect that right into there. And before we start wrapping all this up, you just kind of want to test it to make sure that it is functioning. So now what we got to do is we got to work on some cable management here, because we have a whole bunch of stuff that's just basically all over the place. And then we got to put our side covers back on. Don't forget to do that. As well as our seat. And just remember, when you put the seat on, just be very careful that none of the wires in the bottom are actually going to be in the way. And then the next thing you want to do is, since we haven't done that already, is we want to go ahead and trim this excess zip tie. And then we want to put the bags back on. Alright guys, so there you have it. We've just unboxed, installed the Custom Dynamics rear fender lights. We all know they're kind of weird ways to say the name of them, but we'll just leave it at that. But right now, what we're going to do is we're basically going to test them and we're going to see what they look like. Alright guys, so we just tested them. They work perfectly fine. Let me know in the comments what you guys actually think of the performance of the lights. One of the biggest things that I was kind of afraid of when putting them on the bike was the fact that it is a billiard red street glide, which basically means, they're black lights. So I was more afraid of whether or not they're going to function properly or even look good, based off the fact that it is a red bike. But at the same time, I am also working on, upgrading certain things that are going to turn it into red and black. Done a couple of different paintings, so as well as switched out the rear turn signal lights. So that's one of the concerns that I personally had, but I don't know what you guys think. I think it looks really nice. So those of you that don't have a black bike or don't want to stay with the chrome, that is an option, you know what I mean, just to kind of throw that out there. But once again, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this video kind of opened a lot of thoughts in your guys' mind on whether or not Custom Dynamics turn signal lights for your rear fender are worth it. I was kind of iffy about the whole situation, like I said, but honestly, I think it turned out really good. Makes the bike 100% visible from the rear, a lot more than what I just had on the bike. So like I said, if you like the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way when I do additional videos, you get the notifications on those. Once again, I appreciate you guys' support.